Bones here, and this is the Condor recon chest rig. And I actually really like this. And if your use for this is going to be for crap hits the fan or a roll or whatever, then I think this is a great bargain. Now, if you're going to Afghanistan as a civilian contractor, you know, if I was going, I'd pony up the money for the best gear I could get. So that's a decision you'll have to make. Now, there are some highs and lows to this, and so I'm just going to start from one end and go across to the other and talk about them both at the same time. So if you look on the sides here, it gives you 4 spaces of PALS webbing, and they're actually spaced pretty good, and I haven't had or seen any problem with the sewing or any of that stuff, and I've been taking stuff on and off of this and weaving it all the way through and taking it off, and I haven't had any issues. So that is a plus for this, because what you're able to do is put whatever you want on there. So I threw an EMT pouch on this side, and then on this side I threw another pouch for a couple more AR mags, and then on the front of that I just threw a Condor gadget pouch, and now I've got plenty of room. So that I liked about it. Now, the pouches in the center are sewn on. That's where you're saving the money, because if you were to buy one of the chest rigs that just has the webbing all the way across, and you had to buy a kangaroo pouch that held the same amount of stuff, you're probably looking at paying $50 or $60 as opposed to $35. So that's where you're saving the money. I don't know if these pouches in the center here will work with AK mags. I'm kind of thinking they probably would, but you know what? I don't have an AK. I don't have any mags handy, so I can't tell you one way or the other. I know that they fit the 2 AR mags, the 6 AR mags across, pretty snug. So I don't know the size difference, honestly. Now, and then, so it's set up for 6 AR mags across there, and then 6 pistol mags. Well, these are pretty good pockets. However, in the center here, I don't know if you can see, but I had to reinforce the stitching here. It started coming loose a little bit right here, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, and got out the needle and thread and went to work. Now, is that a big ding? Well, no. I'll tell you something about this vest, the one I got in particular. The materials it's made out of seem pretty good. It's pretty thick nylon. All the fasteners are pretty sturdy and pretty high quality, it looks like. And so the Velcro and everything seems to be pretty sturdy. The execution sucks. All right, the actual sewing of it sucks. So there's been a couple little places where I've had to go in and either sew something back up or reinforce it, just because looking at it, I was like, all right, this should have been double stitched. This is going to be a problem when it's a full load. So just know that. One point I want to make, like, dude, their quality control over there. Come on, Condor, wake up. But if you put a couple mags in these pouches here, you notice that the actual Velcro is off to the side. It's not directly over the magazine like it should be. So that's just one of the other little the only 2 complaints I really have on it are some of the stitching on key areas, and then the Velcro is off center just a little bit. Other than that, hey, you know what? If Condor is not known for being the highest quality stuff, what they're known for is being a great bargain. And so for what you're getting and what you're paying, I think this is pretty high value. So like these bungees, they're pretty sturdy, but I've had to go through and retighten up all the knots in them because they were coming loose. So it's just, you know, if you're going to get it, which I actually recommend for a crap hits the fan type thing, prepping or something like that, I actually recommend it. If you're poor and you need to make this work, you can make this work. All you got to do is get off your butt and throw some extra stitches in key areas, and you'll be fine. So for the money, this is great. This is a great bargain. Now, a couple of things, like with the shoulder straps and stuff, they actually come crisscross down. They come around crisscross down, and they have this kind of fastener that rotates like this. I've actually found this to make it makes it pretty comfortable, and it's very easy to pop off and put back together, and so it makes it easy to get on and off is what I'm getting at. The shoulder straps are very comfortable. The stitching for the actual webbing on them is pretty good. If you flip this over, you can see that on the sides here you have pouches for whatever. I haven't decided what I'm going to run in them yet. In the middle here, there's a big one, and it's actually got the Velcro backing in here, so you can attach, any of the modular stuff that's got the other side to it. And then there's this mesh pouch here for whatever. And I actually think that's a pretty nice feature. With all the straps and all the buckles, there's a lot of adjustability, and then all of them you can roll up, and it has the the Velcro so that you could keep your straps from coming undone and flopping around everywhere. I like the Velcro a lot better than rolling it up and sticking it under some type of stretchy like rubber band type stuff. So there you go. That's a quick overview of the recon chest rig. If you're running ARs and pistols, I think it'll work out really good, because like I said, you have 6 here, and you slap another double M4 pouch on this side, that'll give you 8. That's a pretty good load. And then you have 6 pistol mags. It's not exactly the way I run it, but you could fit your Leatherman in here, you could fit flashlights in there, all kinds of stuff in these little pouches. So it all depends on what you're running. So that's the Recon chest rig. I like it, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to put on. All right, so this is pretty easy to get on and off. I actually find it a little bit easier when it's got some magazines in it, but this just slips on like this. Mess with the straps a little, come around the back, and there you go. It's on, and you're ready to go. To get it off, I think is even easier. You just hit the button here, hit the little connector here, that kind of the one that rotates. I just hit that and just flip it off like that. And then, I always make sure I reconnect it right away, just in case, get in that habit, because you don't want to take this off and, be rushing for it and find out that it's not connected the way you want it. But that's it. Easy, comfortable, and convenient. I think it's worth the $35.